Picture this, you're driving to work and you see your neighbor pull out in a brand new $70,000 truck. You think, man, he must be rich. But what if I told you that truck is actually a vacuum cleaner sucking the life out of his future? Most people spend their lives buying things they think are assets, only to wake up 40 years later broke and wondering where it all went. My name is Frank, and I spend way too much time thinking about why smart people make terrible money decisions. Today, we are ranking the 9 places your money actually goes, from the absolute traps designed to keep you poor all the way to the kings that build real freedom. Let's start at the bottom, the trap. Consumer goods, specifically cars. Society and clever marketing have brainwashed us into believing a car is a status symbol. It's not. It is a depreciating liability. The second you sign that loan, you lose 20% of the value. Between the gas, insurance, and repairs, a car is just a hole in your pocket on wheels. Unless it's a vintage collectible, it goes to zero. F tier. Next up, the victim. Cash. You think holding cash feels safe. That's the trick. Cash is the primary victim of inflation. Every single year, the cost of living creeps up, which means your savings account buys less and less. Holding cash is like holding an ice cube on a hot day. It feels cool for a moment, but eventually it melts away. Keep it for emergencies, but never for wealth. Then we have the illusion, the savings account. The bank pays you 4% interest and you feel like a genius, but after you pay taxes on that interest and inflation takes its cut, you are basically breaking even. You aren't moving forward, you're just treading water. It's better than a mattress, sure, but don't call it an investment. It's a parking lot. Now let's look at the assets that actually do some heavy lifting. The rock, gold. Gold is boring. It sits there. It does nothing. But that's the point. It is the ultimate insurance policy against chaos. An ounce of gold bought a nice suit in ancient Rome, and it buys a nice suit today. It won't make you rich overnight, but it makes sure you never go poor. Next is the sleeper, bonds. This is where you lend money to the government. Is it exciting? No, it's the financial equivalent of oatmeal. But for older investors, oatmeal is good. It keeps the lights on and the bills paid without giving you a heart attack when the stock market crashes. Now we get to the heavy hitters, the job, real estate. Rental property is powerful for one reason, leverage. You use the bank's money to get rich. But let's be real, don't call it passive income. When a tenant calls you at 3 a.m. because the toilet exploded, that is not an investment, that is a job. High returns? Yes, but high headaches too. Then there is the standard, index funds. This is the set it and forget it strategy. Instead of gambling on single stocks, you buy the whole S&P 500. You own a slice of Apple, Amazon, and Google. Historically, it pays out 10% a year. It's liquid, it's lazy, and it's how most sensible millionaires get made. Then we have the casino, crypto. Look, it has been the best performing asset of the decade, but the volatility is insane. You can buy a Lambo on Tuesday and be broke by Friday. It is a legitimate asset class now, but you have to treat it with extreme caution. And finally, the king, your own business. Stocks might give you 10%, real estate might give you 15%, but a business, that can give you 1,000%. It is the only asset with infinite upside. Whether it's a side hustle or a tech startup, creating something out of thin air is how real generational wealth is built. Stop buying traps, start building kings. That is the logic.